somebody tell us exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. All right? And you find this starts very young with young kids getting into, as soon as you hit school. That's what we do, is we beat it out of them. All right? Sit in the corner, stand there, get in the line, everybody at this time, bell rings, this is what we do. All right? And so after a period of time, we forget. Do what? Go ahead, say it. We're programmed. We very much well are. We forget. This is why we also don't play. This is why we don't create. This is why we don't find our own problem solutions to some degree, because we don't exercise that other part of just relying on the very basics of listening to what's going on and being able to attune ourselves to what's naturally happening as opposed to forcing it. Well, we're all adults here, correct? All right, no, you're not. Today, we're kids. And the reason why I do it, and the reason why I do my conferences the way that I do my conferences is A, number one, people do and learn so much more through play. He told me at one point in time, he was stressing out about a bunch of stuff. It was one of the best quotes ever. He was, wherever you are right now, Brooklyn, is exactly where you are supposed to be. So be grateful for it. There's nothing you can do about the past. There's nothing you can do about the future. Forgive yourself in advance. So even if it's a low moment, even if it's a horrible moment, know that you're supposed to be there and know that there's something you're getting out of it.
You have to understand, that goes back to familiarity. These are also fun communication points, right? If you're having a conversation or connection with someone, if they don't get the joke or you're not connecting, more than likely we're missing establishing that sense of familiarity, right? I can say, hey, I know what it's kind of like to be you. I know what it's kind of like to be me. We got something in common. Now we can exchange information. Now we can build on that. Now we can create, right? But if we go, hey, you're exactly like this. I did not do my research and I did not do my homework and I have no clue what it's like to be you. Now it goes into cancel culture and now I'm not communicating well.
And what we're going to do is we're going to play another quick game, all right? And we're going to do this one. I'm going to do, let's just do real quick spontaneity. We're going to do a circle. So everybody just go ahead and stand up where you're at. We're going to make this like a semi-loop.
Here's the fun thing about having children. It's the same thing about your job. Whether it be your clients or the people that you work with, you really don't have a choice of what comes out or into your office, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong. We all love our children. We take care of our children. But there is no predetermining factor as to what personality type or who they're going to be. Same thing as whenever somebody walks through your office or you hire somebody new.
What you're going to do is we will start on this end. All right, so you're going to make a gesture. I don't want you to try to think of it. I just want you to move as soon as the other person does, okay? So you're going to make a gesture and you're going to make a noise. It can be a loud noise, it can be a soft noise, all right? But then the next person is going to move and make a different gesture and it's going to be a different noise. Let's go. I'm a car. I'm a tree.
I'm the steering wheel on the car.
I'm the other car behind her, ready for her to go.
Good.
I'm the driver.
Good.
I'm the door.
Good.
I'm the wheel on the car.
All together.
We are
We
a
are
car.
15 seconds, guys. You're doing this. All right. This is how you want to. All right. Ready, go.
I'm a pen.
I'm the paper.
I'm the ink in the pen.
I'm the writer.
I'm on the desk. Yes.
I'm the lamp.
Floor.
Good. You good?
We're a pen.
Okay. That was 11 seconds. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good job. So close. You want to try to beat it? What's going to happen is we're building a picture. So the idea is the picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And you guys are going to add to it. So what's going to happen is you're going to be. And then. All right. Very simple. So you have this one person's going to come out. I'm going to use the idea of I'm a candle. And I'm going to come out and say, the first thing that pops into my head, let's say, is I'm a candle. You're going to say what you want. I am a tree, a cup, or whatever. All right? I am a candle. I'm going to make myself as though I am a candle as best I can. All right? What I think the candle looks like. Be a short candle. That's fine. All right? Whatever it is. I am a candle. I'm going to freeze. Okay? And the next person is going to jump out and they're going to add to it. So maybe something as simple as I am the wax stripping off the candle. To as complicated as
I am the little old lady holding the candle, looking out the window, wondering why my son didn't pay the electric bill. All right? It can be complicated, it can be short, it can be whatever, don't think. So when we start figuring out why are we laughing at these things that everybody seems to find funny, and also note too, generationally, it takes a difference, right? So everybody's situation on familiar is at a different point, right? Always know your audience, all right? As a comm major, all that other fun stuff, know your audience before you speak, right? When you're doing this, what's getting through? Not a thing. This is defensive nature. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about here today, the first couple of games we're going to play, is due to body language. Because it's the first thing that you have control over in any given situation.
You may not like another person's emotion. You may not like what another person has to say or the way they conduct themselves, but you can always empathize to some degree. So when you practice empathy, you practice accepting. When you accept something, then you can open the door for communication. When you are met with crossed shoulders, when you are met, here's another fun point, communication point too. If you find that you are in a difficult situation and you are not getting information or things are not happening, look at your body posture and your body stance. If you're doing this, you're already closed off before you begin. If you open yourself up, it automatically opens you up to energy, it opens up you to information and everything else. You will actually digest it easier, okay? So know that when you're dealing with difficult people, leave yourself open. As long as they don't have a weapon. All right? It's the only time we don't want to use that, okay? So with that being stated, open yourself up. When you open the door for communication, then you can heighten is finding the solutions. Now you can move forward and do something about it as opposed to having an end in an argument.
Why don't we play? We're adults. Well, what does that mean? What's the definition of adults?
I don't know.
I know, it's crazy.
What you're doing is you're building a story. You have to accept what the other person just gave you and add to it. Once upon a time, I had this dream. And then you're going to start the very first part of it. That can be anything from once upon a time I had this dream. I was in a cloud floating above all these HR people. And then this person is going to repeat the last couple of words. I was in a cloud floating with all these HR people, and all of a sudden, what? She started to pee. All right?
These are the different kinds of faces we have. Now I want you to smile. All right, so I don't care what kind of smile you put on. It can be fake. Let's all do fake cheerleader smile, because usually that's how we start off.
Laughter is the best medicine. We can switch our perspective and start seeing things from a viewer's point of view or a positive point of view, then things are really not as bad. So when you're dealing with difficult people, they all have solutions.
Now also think about what you're talking about here and putting an act out like we did with that first joke, right? With you're having two girls having a conversation. You can have a story about our kid. You can have something along these lines. And then you tie it up in the end with a cinnamon joke. It's nice and tight, right?
We're going to start off with our laughing, and we're going to do it as though we are maniacal, evil geniuses, or that we're doing an evil laugh of some sort, all right? So, all together, we're going to do this for just roughly 30 seconds in my head so I don't take off your phone. All right? Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
About comedy is not everybody has to like what you like. This is why there's so many genres and elements for it, right? This is what I'll tell stand-ups too, is do your thing, find your voice, figure out what that is, and generally there's an audience for it. They will find you because the same people that attend.
Thank you guys very much for having me today. And please continue to thank those who put everything together for you. They're an amazing, awesome people. You guys are a great group to work with. Thank you.